right, who do we have here?
What's going on, guys? You know, it's your boy DJ, back at it again, back at it.
And what did you do?
So I got second place at my OTS yesterday, and I was playing Yubel. No Fiendsmith, just good old Yubel with some Unchained cards.
Okay, any shout-outs?
Yeah, first of all, I got to shout out Julie. She kidnapped me. I was not planning on going. She grabbed me and she's like, all right, we got to go. Shout out to my boy Miles, Danny, everyone from Ocean Gang. They helped me put this together. This is similar to what I was playing at Nats, except at the time for Nats, I was borrowing the Fiendsmith package. I had to give that back, so I wanted to try something different. Especially with the format, I wanted to play a little bit more hand traps and try and see if the deck can perform without the Fiendsmith package. I know it's pretty good.
Let's get into it.
All right, coming in straight ahead, standard, I play 3 Dark Beckoning Beasts. Draw is everywhere right now, and this plays into it more, but pure, I can't afford to go down a 2, so this card was consistent. This is the brick. It turns your opening of the Spirit Gates into a 1-card combo. So you activate opening, you grab this, and this, instead of searching another, opening the Spirit Gates and grab this, and this is your 2 Fiends to go into your combo. If you're playing Fiendsmith, this makes Fiendsmith combo by itself. Since we're utilizing this mostly for the gates, we use this to go into the Yama. For the rest of our monsters, we're playing 3 Samsara, 1-card combo. I love it. It was in my hand a lot, so it was just sometimes it combos better with the Dark Beckoning Beast for the additional normal. I play 3 Spirit. Most of the builds are cutting it to 2 to find space for the Fiendsmith package. Once again, I wasn't playing the Fiendsmith engine, so I needed to have this. And I love actually drawing this card because I feel like even if my combo gets interrupted, I never feel like I'm scared of dying because I'll have this in hand to act as like a quote-unquote battle fader. So this was pretty safe. A little bit weird, but I played the 2 Yubel. Most of us, like I said before, are playing 1. The second one comes up, it helps me make the Varudras, and it also allows me to make sure that Phantom, whenever I pop my Spirit, always has a Yubel that I can summon. And since I am playing Super Poly and Eternal Favorite, as you'll see later in the list, having Yubel on the field matters a lot more, especially playing into my opponent's board and eating up everything that they have. I also play the other brick, the Terra Incarnate. The only downside is you have to play it, yes, but it was in my hand so much yesterday. I lost a couple games because it was in my hand or because I drew it for like my 6th card playing into Snake Eye Fiendsmith. It's unfortunate, but one of the mandatory cards you got to play. I also play the Shavara to get off of the Yama. Just simple. Plays a lot into it. There are times where I consider signing this out, but as an extender, to play around Valor, Imperm, and Mourner, and everybody was on like a ton of hand traps. And it felt really important just to have something to dodge, and it setting the trap obviously is broken. 2 of this card was the MVP, the GOAT. There were times where I had to summon Samsara Lotus like 4 times, where I had to normal summon it, it got popped. I had to use opening the Spirit Gates to bring back the Samsara. It got destroyed. I chained Squirmer to summon itself as a body, a link off, and finally banished it from the grave to bring back the Samsara. It's like my opponent was just trying to keep any and every way to keep me off the Samsara, and this, as an extender, was always super clutch to see. For my hand traps, I played a lot. I played 3 Ogre, 3 Ash, 3 Nib, 3 Droll. I also played a 3 Imperm, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Honestly, I felt like I wanted to play the super impactful ones. Nib was fine. It always felt like it was better to draw this with a combination of another, since I was playing 49 cards. So it was like I wanted to draw this and this, or this and this, like 2 hand traps that would be like impactful. Ash just felt mandatory to have because there's a lot of Tempai at my local, and I felt like going in, I wanted to have a answer, even if I get like Regeki, Darkhold, whatever. I wanted to have something for the Singing Kaiman or the Field Spell. So it just felt like these were the best hand traps I could play. There were games where I sided out the Droll. Like certain matchups were a little awkward. Like against Ritual Beast, I wanted to see it, but they were always drawing shifters, so it felt like it wasn't real. That's it for the monsters. For the spells, I play the MVP, the best field spell ever printed. That's a lie. It's one of the best field spells ever printed. This card gets me full combo by itself if it resolves. It's an extender all the times. Like, oftentimes I'll use like 4 cards in my hand to bait hand traps, and then this will be the last card, and it's always enough. This guarantees me a Phantom. This guarantees me Dark Beckoning Beast. Guarantees me a lot. So I played essentially 4 copies. Most of us are playing 2 or 1. But since, like I said, I'm not playing Fiendsmith, this was pure. I wanted to kill my opponent. So I was trying to hard draw this a lot. Like there were times my opponent would Ash or Imperm my Spirit of Yubel, and I would be like, sure, that's fine. Hard activate the Nightmare Pain. And they would always get frustrated that I like seen it or hard drew it, but I was playing 3 because I wanted to see it. And because of the higher card count, it was more impactful to see this. and being able to push for game, especially with people who are playing like cards like Spooky Dogwood and stuff, is really important. So the damage modifier always helps. I want to see combos, so 3 Spirit Gates, pretty standard. Most people are playing 3 of this and 2 of the Beckoning Beasts. Since this is a little heavier, I decided to max out on the cards that get me into my combos. To play against hand traps, I play my mismatching triple tax. I thought about thrust, but there was nothing really that I would want to see except for my going second card. So the 2 tactics was fine. Any more than that would have been awkward. The MVP, the actual second place at the OTS right here. I didn't top. This card topped. This card yesterday, making Loving Defender was insane. Like round 1, I had to play the mirror match. He super poly'd me, and he was playing the Fiendsmith package. I didn't expect it, and he made his own Loving Defender. On my turn, I ended up super polying him back. It was just disgusting things were happening the entire game. Like it was just, this card is unfair in specified game states, especially having Loving Defender as a target is just actually broken. Stand basic, the last spell in the deck, 1 for 1. Nothing really different about that. Simple. Then I play 3 Imperm, 1 of the brick. This was also in my hand a lot. Surprisingly, it came up because there are times where the Lightning Storm cleared the back row. I got an additional body off this that mattered a lot in helping me make another line. And then for the last trap card, I played the Eternal Favorite. This was so important in the grind game against Fiendsmith Snake Eye. There's times because their board is so like, I say sticky, where if you can't kill them on that turn 1, they have so much follow-up, it's important. So having your own guaranteed follow-up or a second target to search off of Nightmare Pain or Spirit of Yubel was super important. So this was broken, and the Super Poly effect also caught a lot of people off guard. They're surprised that I was playing it, and they're also surprised that I wasn't on the Fiendsmith stuff. That's it for the main deck. It was 49, a little bit awkward, but the last card was supposed to be a called by, but I decided to say, let's not play 50 cards. For the extra deck, I played the Griffin, Appaloosa, SP, Muckracker. I also played the Unchained line. This was the MVP, really, in terms of the extra deck. People are always like noting, you know, that Phantom is broken, but a lot of the times Phantom was just there to check hand traps. It was mostly using this to like get additional bodies to like clear through interruptions. This came up so much. The float effects when people would destroy them came up a lot. This gave me the protection, the recursion. SP is SP, that's really enough said. Appaloosa was an end piece. I only really made it twice. A lot of the time, ending on the Yubel names was more impactful when I realized that having Eternal Favorite, Phantom, and a Yubel was safer with a Super Poly than committing fully into a board where people were siding Dark Rulers. The Griffin never really came up that much, but it was just another optional target. The only thing I would swap this for is probably like a Access Code Talker or maybe the Unchained Link 4. I play the one Amirage. You need it for the lines where you turn your Beckoning Beast or your Samsara, send it to the grave. Opening the Spirit Gates can help you bring something back. The best Super Poly target printed. I don't know what Konami was thinking, but I'm happy.
I'm about to throw one of those.
Right? At this point, it's wicked work. 2 Phantom. I own 3. Honestly, if I had the extra space, I probably would have played a third. Going forward, we could cut the Nightmare Griffin for a third one, but if you were getting to the point where you have to summon a third, you were like in a very weird position anyway. Lastly, for the Super Poly targets, I play obviously the Mud Dragon and the Garura. Everybody knows what they do. I don't really have to explain that. Then I play the Verugus, the other additional M piece for the end board. It's really good. And I also decided to go back to the Gustav Max. Having a time card is super important. Everybody now is activating Mole Chummy, Spooky Dogwood, Shifter. Like cards are just being thrown out left and right. And I just wanted a card for time. It's a 3K body that puts pressure on board. And then like there are times where it stuck to the board because my opponent was forced to be dealing with the rest of it. I burned my opponent for the additional 2K swung, and then it got back to me. I burned him again for another 2K. It's just like having something to deal damage in this game where people are like not slow playing, but taking a lot of time to do their turns is really impactful, especially with the Fiendsmith package being able to burn. Since I wasn't playing the engine, I wanted to have my own access to burn. In terms for the sideboard, it's pretty simple. I played double Druis, 1 Magna. This was really clutch against Branded. It was clutch against Snake Eye. Most obviously, everybody knows like what you would put it in for, but I was happy to have it. I was thinking about Bell, but I don't regret the decision at all. For back row removal, I played double Lightning Storm, Harpies. Really enough said. I played double Mole Chummy and a Cosmic. In a perfect world, this was the third Molchummy, but the person who was supposed to give me the third Molchummy didn't show up yesterday, so honestly, there's a world where this could have been any other card, but I played it because I wanted to have a layered interruption against anti-spell, like random like floodgates that could catch me off guard, and I'm happy actually I played it because against Flu, I got hit with a Dimensional Fissure, and I'm not gonna lie, seeing the clutch, enough said, yeah.
Enough said.
Also, ban Molcharmy, Maxi Part 2. Then we play the Floodgate. People tell me I have a great Tenpai matchup. I believe it, but I also play at a local where everybody and their mom plays Tenpai, so the matchup feels a little who draws better. And I just want to have something that just says we're skipping that turn. And then also for going first, we play 3 Judgment. Listen, I don't want to read Dark Ruler. I don't want to read Regeki. I don't want to read people's normal summons sometimes. I just want to be able to make my board of hateful interaction with a set, super poly, and then just say no to the card that helps you win the game. So that's really it. Nothing else that I would change, like I said before, besides maybe the third Molchummy, but going forward, the list was pretty solid. I was scared that not having the Fiendsmith stuff was going to cost me like a lot of games, but I played the mirror match. I played against some of the best decks, and honestly, I didn't feel like I missed it. I felt like the power level was decreased, but I felt like the Super Poly was able to make up for the interruptions that I needed and was able to address at least some of the more problematic boards. If I can force out interruptions, and Phantom alone forces out so much, she can give me a guaranteed Yubel name by, activating her effect, destroying a spirit, special summoning a regular Yubel. It caught a lot of people in like really weird situations. So.
All right, man. Well, thank you for the deck profile. Congratulations on the second place OTS championship. Doing your thing, man. Glad to see you on the channel. See you in the future.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.